Hello, welcome to Journal Entries and the Beyond Mom Mode 5-Day series. I'm so excited to dive in today, but before we do that, I just want to give you a quick reminder about how to get the most out of this episode and the series if you are a mom who needs help reprioritizing your day so that you feel like you're doing more than just getting ready for the day, doing school drop-off, working, cooking, cleaning, bedtime routine, repeat. And if you also crave finding something for yourself outside of your mom duties that make you feel inspired and joyful. The first thing that you have to do is go sign up for the Beyond Mom Mode series through my landing page at the link in the show notes so that you can unlock 3 bonus resources that are absolutely free. And the second thing to do to get the most out of this is participate in the optional homework. Here's how it works. Each day, I'm going to be sharing some of my best tips with you. At the end, I'm going to give you one optional question, just one, and that is your homework assignment. It should only take between 60 seconds and maybe 5 minutes. There will be a link in the show notes for you to click and answer the question right there. For each day that you submit the homework, you get 2 bonus points, and you get 5 bonus points for rating and reviewing my podcast. At the end of the challenge, 2 people with the most points will win a $500 credit towards working with me in 2025. And it can go towards any of the pre-sale items that I will be announcing on Thursday, December 5th. A little spoiler, the things that I'm offering will help you shatter your self-sabotage patterns and step into your highest achieving, calmest, happiest self ever. Again, all of that is optional, but definitely the best way to get the most out of this free training and work with me at the end for the cheapest rate, literally ever. Thank you so much for being here. Let's dive right in. Day 3. We made it halfway through. Today is all about discovering your spark. And I intentionally say the word discovering, not rediscovering. I feel like as a mom, we always hear like rediscover yourself. And I'll get into this in a little bit, but we have changed as moms. We are different now. And I don't think that we need to rediscover anything. We are just discovering now who we are, who we want to be, and what brings us joy. So today I'm going to get into joy and discovering our spark and what lights us up, and a little bit of boundaries as well. The belief that we have as moms is often this: I'm a bad mom if I do something for myself, which we have talked a little bit about on day 1, but also I'm a bad mom if I set boundaries with my family. And that's what prevents a lot of women from going out and doing something on their own. We feel like we can't, leave our kids at night because that's the time that we do bedtime routine. And God forbid we ask somebody else to do bedtime routine because that's the time that we usually do it, even though that's the time that we wanted to go to that networking event or out to dinner with a friend or whatever it might be. And I just want to say, I am in this myself. I am in this and working through it, but it shows up in different ways for so many, if not all moms. And so that's why we're working on this today. And here's the real truth. What's actually going on is that most of the time when moms are saying this, like it might come off as I'm lost, or I have nothing for myself, nothing lights me up, or I need better boundaries. What they're saying is this. They're saying, I'm not taking care of what I need and what I want, and I want someone else to do it for me. I want somebody else to know what I want without me telling them. That's what it is. They're not obviously saying that, but that's what's underneath it. And I get it because we have so much on our plate as moms that the last thing that we want sometimes is to then have to step up and set the boundary, then have to step up and do this extra thing. It would be so nice if somebody was just like, I recognize this in you. You deserve this. Why don't you go do that? And I'll watch the kids, or I'll do bedtime routine, or I'll do this. But it doesn't work that way. We have to be our own advocates. And today I'm going to teach you how to do that because it's that important. We need to take care of what we want and our desires. And some of you listening might not even know what you want and you desire. there was a point in time where my therapist asked me that and I had no idea. I just stared at her like a deer in headlights. I was like, I have no idea. I like movies. So we need to take the time to think of that, of what we desire, instead of expecting others to know and then to like set it up for us almost. And we can't do this from a place of dissociation from ourselves or from others, or focusing only on our kids and ignoring our needs. So here is what we need to do. The first thing is identify what truly lights you up. And I've been so excited to share these questions with you because I often hear the first one that I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to share it just because it can be an okay question. So the question to ask yourself is, connect with your pre-mom passions. What did you like to do before you were a mom? That's a fine and dandy question because that might inspire you, which is why I didn't want to leave it out. One of you listening might be like, oh my gosh, I used to love dancing, dance classes. Like, let me go book a dance class. However, I really want us to recognize that we are different now. We are moms. We have likely different interests, a different friend group, a different body. And I encourage you to explore new things. So with that being said, and with this perspective, ask yourself some of these questions. What do you see other people doing that you've always thought was pretty neat? For me, I've been wanting to try rock climbing. So maybe it's just like something fun like that. Or I've been wanting to like do brunch, just something so simple, but like brunch out with friends. Another question. Is there anything you've always craved trying or starting? Maybe you've always craved trying a cooking lesson, like an official cooking lesson, or starting a cooking show on YouTube or something. Can you imagine? Or maybe starting your own podcast. Another question. What vision keeps you up at night or used to keep you up at night? I want to throw a few out for you just to get some juices flowing. A few from my clients. One of my clients wants to open up a book van. This is a legit van. You know how some people deck out vans and live out of them? You deck them out and it's full of books that people can go in this van, shop around. I think there's even a chair if you like want to read in there. And it's like this adorable space. And she would be like posting up at festivals and stuff. So cool. I never even would have thought about that. Another one of my clients has already hosted her first retreat for women and she wants to host more. Another client, she's a CFO, and on the side of that, she wants to create budgeting tools for women as well as a planner because she just loves budgeting and finances and planners and all of that stuff. So like, is there anything that has sparked your interest that you have just kind of put off because you're like, oh gosh, I don't have the time for that, or nobody would buy from me, or, you know, whatever fears pop in. Put the fears aside because that's self-sabotage. Put the fears aside. What lights you up before the fears come in? This is your time to play and to think about that. The last question I have for you, what would you love to show your kids is possible? The first thing that came up for me was exploring different cultures. How cool would it be either if you just allowed yourself to travel and came back and had all of these stories to share with your family about the people that you met, the food that you ate, and all of the cool experiences that you had. Or maybe it is traveling with your kids. Or maybe you want to write a book and you want to show your family and your kids the commitment and dedication that goes in that. Or maybe running a marathon. When I said commitment and dedication, my mind went marathon training. Like that's huge. And that is so much like mental energy and physical energy goes into that. So what would you love to show your kids is possible? And that might light a spark in you. Today's all about like lighting that spark, getting you energized and thinking, what can you do for you? The other thing I want you to think about is that sometimes this spark might not be adding anything new to your life. And I am getting the chills when I'm saying this. So I feel like somebody needs to hear this right now that's listening. It might not be anything new to your life. What it might be is knowing what you don't want. sometimes knowing what you don't want is the easiest way to think of what you do want. So go through the Rolodex of your life right now, the people in your life, the opportunities, the situations that are happening, your routines, and just assess what doesn't feel good, and consider setting a boundary that could help you gain control over that or gain agency of how you feel and what you get out of that situation, so that you're pouring more into yourself and you feel better about that transaction, about that energy exchange. The last thing, and this is a powerful one, is knowing that your joy matters to your whole family. It is such a powerful ripple effect when your kids see you light up, when you feel happier. Think of a time when you came home from work, when you've had a long day, you're exhausted, it was busy, you're just ready like for the day to be over. Think about that, and then think about on that day, how do you parent with the type of spouse you are, how you talk to yourself, how you feel about your body. Now, think about a day when you felt so good after something you did for yourself. It was just a great day. You invested in yourself. You did something energizing. How differently did you come home? I can bet that you parented from a gentler, more patient place. I can bet that you felt more connected to your partner. I can bet that you spoke so much kinder to yourself and that you felt better in your body. Your family and kids deserve this best version of you. Whenever I say like become the best version of you, this is what I mean. And it's different for everybody, but this version, she comes out to play when you allow yourself to dream bigger. So let's get to your homework for today. Your one question is to pick a dream that has either been on the back burner or a brand new dream as of today. And if you're really, really stuck, nothing from what I've said inspired you, quickly go to Google and do a search and find something that inspires you and answer the question, what have you been secretly wanting to do, or what is your newfound dream? The link to answer that question is in the show notes. Come back tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm officially announcing the promotions for my 2025 pre-sale. I'm so excited, but that is all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey there, before you go, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in today. If you're ready to truly feel present in your life and have something for yourself that lights you up and brings you joy, don't forget to also go ahead and sign up for Beyond Mom Mode through the landing page if you haven't already, to unlock 3 bonus resources that are absolutely free. You'll get access to my How to Start Journaling guide, which you will quickly see is way more than just journaling gratitude, and it'll actually help you tap into your emotions and feel better. You'll also get 100 journaling prompts based on emotional goals. And finally, you will get my breakthrough blueprint. This is 5 steps to breaking through big emotions so that you end with a full journal entry that is filled with understanding, hope, validation, and action steps to get what you want. And that's not it. You'll get 3 exact blueprints so that you can see how to use it through personal feelings with the examples of overwhelm, self-sabotage, and communication. I've never bundled all of these resources together before, and never for free. If you go to my website, you'll find some of these for sale. So go snag them at the link in the show notes if you haven't already, because this all expires on December 13th. So go snag them. Thanks again for listening, and I can't wait for you to tune in tomorrow.